this year, healthcare happened to be not the focal point of the election compared to the previous cycles. With that said, among healthcare sector, the managed care space will be the most sensitive to the election outcome. This is more referring to the Obamacare or Affordable Care Act part for the healthcare exchange under the Medicaid coverage, which is for lower income population in the U.S. Under the current Democratic administration, they have meaningfully increased the subsidies for exchanges since COVID. So the total enrollee number has increased by about 8 million people to now covering about 22 million population now. So if we continue to have a Democratic administration, the current candidate Harris has already outlined continuing the subsidy as one of her priorities. But if we got a Trump administration, he has always been very outspoken about dial back the Obamacare, which means we may see a cut of the subsidies and a reduction of the enrollees. The traditional Medicare is designed for elderlies in the U.S. who are over 65 years old, and Medicare Advantage is supposed to be a complementary to the Medicare and to give elderlies more options in terms of coverage. And under the current Democratic administration, they have been cutting the rate for 2 years in a row, which creates pricing pressure for the space and cause sell-offs among the related names. If we continue to have a Democratic administration, I think this uncertainty or volatility may continue because that continues to be one of their focuses. But if we have a switch to Republican, and since the Medicare Advantage was never a priority of their policies, so the space may get a break, and that will turn out to be a beneficiary for the space. Another subsector that could be affected by the election outcome will be the biopharma industry. Recently, under the Democrats, we have the first 10 prescription drugs under Medicare getting to the negotiation of prices. And we got the average price cut for the range of 40 to 80% on the list price. Recently, the Democrats are actually proposing increasing that number to 50 per year, creating extra pressure for the biopharma companies on the drug pricing front, and will also negatively affect the ecosystem supporting drug companies. But if we got a switch to the Republican administration, Trump has been talking about a potential modification or dial back, so that could be giving U.S. drug pricing a break. But potentially Trump may have his own version of policies on drug pricing, so that's still yet to see.